is shining, shining, nice and bright, bright. The birds are chirping, chirping, and I'm ready to fly. Time to get ready, ready for another day. No one can stop us. Oh, we gon' learn to play. Oh, every day we learn and play. We do our best, so we'll be great. You do your best, best, and I do mine, mine. So let's get ready, cause it's about that time. Good morning, you. Good morning, how do you do? Good morning, time to be great. Good morning, time to wake. Good morning, your dance and play. Good morning, so start today. Good morning, open your eyes. Good morning, reach for the sky. Good morning, 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 morning to you. Good morning, 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 how do you do? Good morning, 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 morning to you. Good morning, 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 how do you do? Good morning. You see me on my grind. Woo. Stars got to shine. I'm a supernova. Yeah, you see me taking over. Yeah, I'm on the move. I got a way to ride to. So let me hear you say, every day we gon' learn.
Every day we're going to learn to play. Good morning. Good morning.
Every
It
day.
is January the 19th, 8:01 a.m. It's a sad day. It's a sad day in
What's
history.
so sad about it?
I don't know what I'm going to do. It's the president's last day. It's 45's last day in office. And you know
Not
what?
sad.
It's
That is
just
not sad.
it's
That is
it,
not
it
sad.
we supposed to be bipartisan. We supposed to be bipartisan.
That is
It's sad, Portia.
run me on.
You know what up,
You know
Tyrone
something.
Queen from Albany? You're not distraught. You're supposed to be distraught, at least. No, no distraught. You just want to throw the man on the helicopter and just send him on by his way. That what you want to
Get
do?
out.
What?
You need to be. I'm trying to get my microphone.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something this morning, man. You know what? I was watching this morning when I got back from my run, and it was like packing up little stuff. Uh,
Hot.
it was packing up all the little stuff and putting it on the plane. I was like, oh man, it's a sad day, sad day. Mm-mm-mm. Get emotional. That what man get 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 a Martha. Good morning,
Oh, what?
MoneyGram. Good. I was trying to read it to her. Vegas in the house,
Like,
Gerald in the Val. Up. Here go my partner Manny. 12 dozen. This man
what
give
man
you 12
say?
dozen roses every day. He give you 12 dozen
All right.
roses every day. You know what? I'm just going. It's at I'm Portia Monique. That's it. That's the
I am.
Instagram, right? At I am Portia Monique.
Somebody mess with my damn.
That is her Instagram. She don't got a Twitter yet.
I do
She's still
have
thinking
Twitter.
about the
I don't.
OnlyFans. Oh, my fault.
I
Give
don't
him
engage
the
with
Twitter.
Twitter. I don't engage with Twitter a lot, but I do have a Twitter. My Twitter is I am Portia Monique without the E. IAMPORSHAMONIQU. It wasn't enough characters for the E, so.
Gotcha. So now y'all know where to find her, and so unless you finna go to Michigan, that's where you can find her at.
That's where you
She
can
follow you
find
already?
me. Yes, I do. I follow
Then
men.
she need to post more. Tell her she need to post more. I be telling her. I do be telling her. She don't.
I know. I need somebody to
You post
manage
more.
my account. I need help. Anybody out there want to help me manage my account?
But
I need help.
let me ask you this. I'm gonna throw this at you, and you have to take the question serious. You can't be funny. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. The question is because the CNN asks, can you at least recall one good thing that he's done in 4 years? Can you recall one
For Trump,
positive thing that was done? Yes, of course you got to be serious now. Can you recall one thing? Is there one thing that sticks out?
one good thing that he did. Um,
That's bad.
um,
Come on, come on.
no, one
That's
good thing
bad.
that he did. Come on, let's figure this out. One good thing that Trump did.
One thing.
Um, what did he do when
One
all
good
the
thing.
business people was like, "Oh my God, he did such a good job because he did something with I don't know. I can't recall. No,
Okay, then
I
that's a
don't.
wrap. No,
Right, my initial reaction
that's
is no.
that
What
is
is that?
bad. Yeah, Iris, I had to cut it for a movie that I'm participating in. I'm sorry.
He
I'm gonna
might as
grow it
well
back.
just tell us the
Got you.
movie. He sitting up here telling everybody he in the movie, but he ain't telling us which movie it is. But he want to shout out Ryan Coogler. Go ahead and tell us. Oh, secretive but.
Uh, and 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 Portia Monique act like she don't know the rules because she get them same emails I get, embargoes for Fargos, all that other stuff that we can't say nothing until we can say something. She ain't about to get me sued.
Okay, so when is it
Portia Monique is
embargoed
not
until?
getting me sued
Romeo, give us a date. Give us a date. Don't do that.
until until September. I can't say nothing until
It's
September.
embargoed
Uh,
until September.
we're
Wow.
filming. We're filming. Uh,
So you
like
filming in
I'm
Atlanta?
finishing up table
Are you
reads.
filming with Tyler Perry? Are you are you
We're
filming
over
at Tyler
there.
Perry's compound?
We're over there. Which is interesting, man. They got a good check system when you come through. Boy, Tyler Perry don't play, man. He don't play
So
by
you
his
had to take a
COVID
COVID
test.
test. You had to take a COVID test.
Yeah, sure,
Mm.
sure did. At least my first day doing table reading, at least twice. I think I did a temperature thing 3 times, but definitely at least twice, coming in
So
and leaving out. Yeah,
are you acting? Are you acting, or what are you doing?
I'm
Are you
acting. I
acting?
have
Are
a
you like? Is it like a legit acting gig? Are you acting?
put
Acting?
put it like this: if it's a 2 hour movie, a good hour and 20 minutes, I'm in it. So it ain't like no oh he got shot and died. it
So
ain't
listen.
it
So
ain't
did
that
you take
one
acting
line.
classes? Did you take acting
Oh no,
classes? That's what I want.
nah,
So do you have
nah.
an acting coach?
I do have a coach. I do have an on site coach, but I'm natural, man. I'm a natural uh,
So you playing
person.
yourself is basically what you're saying. I'm trying to get down to the bottom of it, y'all. I'm trying to get down to the bottom of it. So you playing yourself,
Yeah,
huh?
Portia gonna be getting down to the bottom of being my witness on the stand when she get me sued up. Uh, good
You
morning,
didn't say
Tanisha.
the name.
Good morning. I'm not saying
Damn.
nothing. Now back to y'all making Romeo Must Die 2021. Let me tell you what. Well, I got a surprise for you, TJ. Um, but what was I saying? It's the last day of 45. A lot of people happy, a lot of people worried, a lot of people concerned. Uh, a lot of people concerned about tomorrow. Are you concerned about tomorrow?
Um, I'm excited. I'm eager. I'm anxious. I wouldn't characterize it as being worried. I don't
Okay.
want to worry about it. I want to be excited. I want to be anxious. I don't want to be anxious because I don't like anxiety. But I want to just, have good feelings about it.
Okay.
I'm happy for this new era.
Definitely happy for the new era.
Um, yeah, I'm excited to see. So Trump, so today is his last full day in office, right? So I'm excited to see all of it. The end of his reign. I want to see who the hell he's giving pardons to. Like who's on that list?
Yo,
Who's on that
I'm
list? Because
I'm
we
with
know that Lil
yeah.
Wayne supposedly. But who else is on that list? You gonna upset some people. Like, I don't think it would be
Yo,
Trump's fashion to not upset some people. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of those people, and I'm looking forward to just closing the door on it. Like, go to jail, go straight to jail. Don't collect $200. Just go. So I'm trying to
you
share
know,
this
so
out, y'all.
crazy. I think that was in my report. I'm not sure, but today he is pardoning 100 people. Now, keep in
Pardon.
mind, here's here's the hook. He can do it, and it can't be
Yeah,
changed because it's a
yeah. He still has
presidential
the
pardon,
authority. Yeah.
right? Well, well, just so people know, after the fact, they cannot unpardon what he did. Uh, although he cannot pardon himself, but 100 people, I do want to see that. I'm with Portia. I want to see that list. I want to see that list. That got to be, man. That got to be the most craziest. I guarantee you right now. R. Kelly gets out.
Nah, nah, nah. He don't like black people like that for
R,
real. He only did, for the gram. He don't really like
he,
us
he,
like that.
yeah, but he gonna get a good
He
five of
like.
us out. He gonna go out of the 100. He gonna do a good 10. What? He
I
gonna
just
do a
think
good
Lil
10.
Wayne is going. Yeah, I think Lil Wayne is gonna be there. I think he gonna get out because he had his little
He, oh,
Kodak
there.
moment with him. So I
I
think
agree with you.
Lil Wayne gonna get
Uh,
out. But who else y'all think he gonna get out? I'm looking, trying to share this thing on
Call the
Facebook.
type from out there. D. Shield said the one good thing Trump did was call his type from out of their hiding places and made them more
Hallelujah.
visible.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
He showed everybody. But see, it was almost like a bamboozle, right? It was almost like he was like, "I'm y'all leader, I'm y'all savior, I'm leading y'all to the promised land. Y'all just got to do this," and everybody followed suit and did it. And now he's out of office, and they all going to jail. They all going to jail. I didn't
Ooh.
think they was gonna go to jail. They cracking down. They finding people. People are finding out that they're on a no fly list. People are
Yeah.
finding out that they're on the no train list.
Yo.
It's a lot that goes along with it, and yet they're releasing new footage of inside the Capitol where people literally, like, you can tell they had intel, inside information. So
Yo.
very.
I have never seen. Who is it? This the FBI or the CIA? Who? Which one is? Whatever it is. I have never seen neither one of them FBI. Okay, I have never. Thank you, producer TJ. I've never seen the FBI operate before, but boy, when I tell you, like you just said, when you say they arrested people, oh my God, these people arrested people every day,
I didn't think they was
every
gonna do
day,
it. They proved me wrong. I'm happy to say they proved me wrong because I didn't think they were gonna do it.
every day. They are finding. They got the best tracking system in the world because clearly they just pulling up to people's houses like, hey, we know you was there, so just come on with us, just get out. Uh, uh, here, you can
Just let
take
it
this
go.
selfie of you getting in the car. Here go a
Yes.
selfie you can take while you get arrested. Kamiko said they need to see. Come on now, Bill Bill Cosby.
He needs to let
I
Bill
don't
Cosby
think.
out. He know that was his homeboy.
Oh
Let
man.
let
Oh,
Bill Cosby out. So they
I'll
said,
throw one at you.
what? Who?
The the Epstein girl. The
Oh, is she still alive? I didn't think she was still alive.
dang Portia. You thought they got her already? Dang.
I'm just saying, I think she was still alive. So, yeah, because she had a lot of intel, inside information. So,
Damn.
um, I thought they
They
had
they
did
ain't
away
killed her
with her.
yet. No, no,
Right. I'm
no,
like, they
Portia. They
kill
hadn't
her
killed
yet.
her yet.
So, so he's expected to issue up to 100 pardons and commutations today. As today marks his final full day in office. Hallelujah. So, although he isn't currently expected to attempt to pardon himself, which I find that
Mm-hmm.
hard to believe. Um,
Mm-hmm.
CNN first reported that the expectation of up to 100 acts of clemency are going to take place this week. So we might know shortly who it is, Romeo, because it says the White House has invited guests to an 8 a.m. Wednesday send off ceremony for the president at Joint Base Andrews, 4 hours ahead of Joe Biden's inauguration. I thought they were saying that they were going to have something this morning.
Uh, oh, he
Anyway,
gets a
the
send off.
anticipated
Oh,
I think it's bullcrap. But the anticipated clemency actions will come less than a week after Mr. Trump was impeached a second time, this time for incitement of insurrection. At this point, he has granted 70 pardons already. The majority of
damn.
those took place in December. According to the Justice Department records, the president waited until after the November election to issue some of his most controversial pardons, including his former campaign manager, or campaign chairman, not manager, Paul Manafort, his son in law, Jared Kushner's father, Charles Kushner, and his longtime ally, Roger Stone. He could throw Bill Cosby in there. That's all I'm saying. So, in comparison, this is by the time Obama left office, he had pardoned 212 people, 189 were pardoned by President George Bush, and 396 received a pardon from President Clinton, according to the
Dang.
Justice Department. So, we're going to see. Yeah,
Dang.
so they often wrap up their clemency actions before leaving office. A pardon wipes away a person's conviction, while a
Dang.
commutation merely shortens or ends their sentence. But I don't.
Ain't that
I
ain't
never
that
did
something?
understand. I never did
Go ahead.
understand
No, no.
wiping away a person's conviction. What does that mean? Like, I don't think that's true. Like, how do you wipe it away? Like, you just delete it from the history books, you delete it from the records, and people who knew, I just don't get it. Whatever. I'm going back to
No,
Facebook.
no. What's weird? What's weird is I thought those things were subject to, people who did something in the military or somebody in office did something and got caught. I never thought of it as something for like regular people. So to hear that,
It's not,
first of all, I didn't know that presidents were giving out those type of pardons at the end of their term, like 100 people here, 300 people here. Like I would have had my cousin sign up, get my cousin out. If that's the case,
not Ray Ray. We not letting Ray Ray
like
out.
get Ray Ray don't get
Gerald,
out.
is
Okay,
my mic
dang.
still low? Gerald, is my mic still low?
Um,
You said my mic was low. Can you let me know if it's still low? I plugged it up.
but
It wasn't plugged up at first. But Gerald, if you're still on, let me know if my mic is still low. D, Iris,
what
hey Ann,
what up?
good morning.
What up, Trey? What up, Jada? And then the Sherman guy. I will say this, and this is not even a negative tone. I'm still waiting for the Big Bang though. Like I know he got
What's the big?
less than 24 hours. I still don't see him just walking out quietly. I don't see it. I really don't see it. I'm waiting, like for him to pop back up and be like, "Surprise! I'm coming to the inauguration" or something. Like I changed my mind. I'm coming. I'm waiting on it.
Yeah, he's gonna do something. So we'll see what. Yeah, we're all just waiting. Like I'm waiting to take my little weekend vacation. I got to see what the country does. I got to see if there's going to be another revolution. It's a
That's a good question.
revolution. We're storming the
That's
Capitol. I got maced.
that no. That's
Okay,
actually a
thanks.
good question. What the
Thanks,
country's going to do?
Sebastian.
That's actually a great question. Actually, a great
Hmm.
question. What is the country going to do?
And
Um,
like I said,
and
it'll
then on and
probably
then
just
on.
be to Puerto Rico or somewhere. I don't have to. My girlfriend called and was like, "Let's go to Costa Rica." I'm like, "Bitch, I'm not going out of the country." She was like, "You ain't never been scared." I haven't, but I don't want to get anywhere to where I can't get back. I'm like, I got kids and a mama,
first of all,
and
first of
that's
all,
a
can
no.
we not go? Can we not go to
I
where the
called her.
cartel at?
I mean, listen, I want to go to Costa Rica. Costa Rica is on my list, but it's not on my list this year. Like we gonna time out
Hey,
that.
you
But let's
better.
just go to Costa Rica in March. I'm not going to Costa Rica in March, girl. You ain't never been scared. You're right. I haven't. But this time they not letting people back in the
Y'all
country, so
hilarious. They show not. Hey,
they,
they
that's a
show
no for
not.
me. Right.
You go over there. You over there. Just let you know. You go over there. You over there.
Yeah, so
Might,
I
might
can
as well
go
get you a
to
job and settle down.
I can go to Puerto Rico. That's still the U.S. I can go to the Virgin Islands. That's still the U.S. So I can go to
Agreed.
Miami. That's still the U.S.
Uh, first of all, Miami.
But
Please don't turn into that. I don't want to see you in Dubai or Miami. Stay away from Dubai or Miami.
wait a
That's
minute.
that's.
So producer TJ said that some Caucasian girl, he didn't call her Caucasian, but some Caucasian girl from Georgia got locked up because she didn't adhere to the 14-day quarantine. See, I'm not trying to do all of that. You got dual
Oh, in the other
citizenship where
country.
Boombastic said he got dual
He's.
citizenship. From where?
Hey, that's not
Who got dual
that's not a,
citizenship?
that's not even a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. That's not a bad
What dual
idea.
citizenship?
Yeah, that way as soon as they come for Portia, she could be like, "We finna arrest this American." First of all, I'm from Brazil. I don't know about y'all, but I was just
Let
visiting
us.
America. I'm going right back to Brazil.
You from Brazil, Romeo?
No, I'm
You
saying
from
like if
Brazil?
you got dual citizenship,
Oh,
nah,
anyway.
you got dual
Taru
citizenship.
Brooks, what's up, Taru? He said, "I'm curious to see the law handle the people who show up at the inauguration." That's why I ain't went nowhere yet. I'm waiting to see. I'm like, I'm no fly zone. I'm not trying to go anywhere. Exactly. How are they going to handle them? Because I heard, and Taru, you know, because you're in the DC area, they closing down national parks. They're closing down an entire perimeter from where they're going to do the inauguration. I don't know if it was 5 miles or 10 miles, but it's already closed, right? Hey,
Right.
Faith. Good morning.
And
Taru
I'm
also
really
said,
upset
Romeo, take
about
off
that.
your hat. About what?
What? See the cut? What y'all want to see?
Yeah.
I'm mad because I was
Yeah.
actually going. I was actually going.
Don't try to deflect. Take your hat off.
Ain't nothing wrong. I got hair.
Okay,
You
we
just
thought you was bald. We thought you was bald. All right, you got hair. Girl, I got him to take his
my
hat
head
off.
about it. Right,
True, I
nobody
got him to
scared
take
about no
his hat
hat.
off.
Man, yeah. First of
All
all,
right, nice haircut.
you look. This is the only word. This is the only word that can scare me. Hello, I'm late. That's the only thing that can scare me. Outside of that, I'm scared about no hat.
You shouldn't be scared by that. That's a blessing. Hey, babe. Good morning. Okay, what we getting into today? We got guests or no? I think we got guests. Let's see who coming to the show today. Um, Romeo, what's going on with your report?
And
What's in your report?
I got some great stuff. And shout out to everybody who jumped in. I'm learning so much from 12 a.m. Shout out to everybody who jumped on 12 a.m. Ladies, y'all are really educating me. It is on life.
I
Life.
can't stay up that late, and then when I wake up, it's always past that time. So that's terrible.
Really?
Yeah. So
Let
we
me
got.
ask you this.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. Thank you, Iris. I love you too. Let me ask you this. This is what was brought up last night. Um, if it's not actual physical, then it's not considered sex.
I don't understand. What you mean? Like
Like
tantra or
for
something?
like
I don't get it.
foreplay. Okay. I'm trying to find a cleaner words to say it. Huh. Is okay. I'm I'm gonna type it. I'm gonna type it in the chat. Head.
While
Um.
you're doing that, Iris said you're handsome with or without hair. There you go.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Iris. That I don't know a better way to say it, but that question came up last night. That women feel
Uh,
that that's not
for
considered.
oral sex, fellatio. Women feel that oral sex and fellatio is not considered sex. Let's pin that because we got a
Uh.
political commentator coming on,
Oh. Oh,
and
sorry.
I don't want to get
I'm
into that
sorry, Rich.
conversation because I really do want to talk to him
I'm
about
sorry,
what's
Rich.
going on today and what can we expect in terms of the pardons and the commutations. What can we expect in terms of tomorrow's inauguration and Trump having a send off party?
Oh,
So that's what I want to
I'm
know about.
still mad about that, and I want to go to that. I really wanted to go too, man. Damn,
I want to take the
that was.
kids. That's a no for me.
It's enough for me. Uh,
It's enough for me. I want to take.
plus,
I took the kids to the one in 2012 for Obama his
Barack,
second term.
and
Mhm.
I heard that was a party. I heard that was a party.
We were
Um,
in the streets, okay? We had a really good time. The kids were a lot younger, and we took a road trip. Let's go.
that's a great
So,
experience to have. That's a really great experience to have.
yeah, we got a chance to see them firsthand, and they were
Mm,
walking in the parade and walking down the street, and everybody was out of their way, and so it was a good little thing. We enjoyed it thoroughly, but I try to engage my kids in all aspects of that administration, right? So when it came to voting, we went and voted both times, in 2008 and 2012. The first time that we went and voted, we stood in line for about 4 hours, and they were little kids then. But I told them, I was like, "This is
mm,
important. This is what we have to do. This is, you gotta. This is something that we have to do." And then so the next 4 years, they knew what to expect, but it didn't take that long. It wasn't over 4 hours. And then, we was like, let's go to the inauguration. We didn't go to the inauguration in 2008, which we should have, but we didn't. But we went in 2012, and they remember. So hopefully,
right.
it's driving home the point of making sure that they know that their voice is heard, making sure that they know that it's important to vote, and making sure that they stand up for what it is that they believe, and go do that.
Cool. And can we and producer TJ, can we find out what time everything starts tomorrow? I definitely want to make sure that we're engaged socially with everybody tomorrow. The whole thing. I wonder if your girl. I really want to see your girl party.
Oh,
Come on, man. It's Tuesday, man. You look too serious on a Tuesday. You look
you
too
want to
way
you
too
want to see
serious,
whose
right?
party?
Come on. I want to see
TJ, this is a
Kamala
serious
party. I want to
matter.
know. I want to know if Kamala coming out to wipe me down or if she coming out to something presidential. I'm just trying to figure out which way she gonna go with this. Good,
Uh, good
good morning,
morning,
sir.
Rich.
Good morning. Good morning.
What
I'm
is your
I'm mad.
what does your sweatshirt say? Don't be mad at Morehouse. What does it say?
Come
All
on.
right.
Oh
Come on.
All
man,
right,
come
Morehouse.
on, man.
Come on with
Come on, man.
it.
You know what?
Welcome to the
I'm
show.
Don't
mad
be
at
mad.
Morehouse.
Why is that?
Morehouse should have stopped that raid. Y'all brothers should have been up there at the Capitol stopping people. Where was Morehouse then, huh? All right.
Well, if that was the case, then we would have been face
Didn't I
down,
tell? Mm.
right?
Exactly.
What's
Face
going
down. They
on,
stayed
man?
out of it. That was right. They stayed out of it. They was minding their business. Good morning, my
Hey, listen,
sis. There.
that wasn't our fight. That wasn't our
That
fight,
wasn't.
right? That wasn't our fight, man.
Hey, that was
Mm-mm.
hey,
No, it
that came
wasn't.
up on the March list, and everybody was like, "No, we're gonna skip that one. That ain't our March. We gonna go.
We're gonna start emailing K Day early and take the week off.
We gonna start.
let
We
I,
gonna just look
I, let me
and observe. Go ahead,
uh,
Romeo.
let me let me ask you this. Well, since we about to jump into this, because I got a hard question for you. But introduce yourself to the Rolling Out AM Wake Up.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'm glad to be on this show with Roscoe and Portia. My name is Richard McDaniel, a political operative and strategist.
So
Yes,
let
Roscoe.
let me let yeah let me ask you this, because I know we're gonna get into a lot of great stuff. But since we started off with that, what did you think seeing it? And then, because I've been asking a lot of people this, what did you think seeing it? Number one, and then the two, the fact that they tried to put weight behind their quote unquote their oppression, like they feel oppressed. What did you think?
So in that moment, I literally was actually woke up from a nap. It was the middle of the day, and when I saw it, I was like, "This is not real." And as the stories come in, and as I'm starting getting text messages from people actually in the Capitol, some congressmen, some staffers, we're in group text, and they couldn't believe it, and they were fearful for their lives. But then, as it just continued to roll out through the day, I was literally shocked, right? Because literally saw nothing but white faces attacking one of the most precious institutions, the most precious institution in our nation, and of both, I'm not gonna say excitement and intrigue, but just what the hell is going on, right? Like
Right.
it was thousands of years of hard work, sweat, blood, tears, death, life, literally unfolding right in front of our eyes. And as the story
Right.
continues to come out, we're seeing more and more of, this was actually planned. They planned this. And if you think back through the summer, the assaults and on capitals in Michigan, trying to kidnap and do something to the governor of Michigan, and those other rallies, they were kind of testing this out to see how far they could get away with it. And they were allowed to wreak havoc and chaos throughout the summer with protests and well, not peaceful protests, but now their plan was effective. And tomorrow, as we usher in the new administration, I think, it's something to watch and unfold to see what's going to happen in this nation.
I was telling people the day after. I was telling people socially. I was like, "You're looking at it wrong." I said, "Y'all are looking at the act. The statement that they're making is way bigger than the act. Don't
Way bigger.
y'all are way bigger, right? You're watching them act out, da 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 da. But that statement of I feel so much ownership that I can walk in, do this, walk out, go to sleep. That's a more powerful statement than anything on this planet.
Right. Right. And go back to work the next day as if nothing happened.
go and go and go back to work. Uh, what are you expecting from what are you expecting from 40 to play both sides of the field? What are you expecting from 45 as he leaves?
I mean, who knows what they're expecting this guy, right? Like, I'm glad you called him 45 and not give him the title that he thinks he holds because, one, he was not presidential throughout his entire 4 years. But if you look at it, he's a baby, right? And so he's going to act out in some form or fashion. We know he's not going to show up at the inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. And so, he's still going to try to activate his supporters to, plant that seed for if he's going to run in 4 years or whatever control he wants to have and wreak havoc on the country. So, today we'll see if he does any pardons. There's rumors that he'll lay out a slew of pardons. Particularly, I want to see if he pardons any of those individuals who stormed the Capitol or his family
Mm,
members, right? And I
mm.
think you're seeing privilege at its finest, right then and there to show you I'm above the law. I mean, the guy said when he was campaigning, I could shoot somebody in the middle of Times Square, nothing will happen to me. Well, he's been capping fools left and right this entire 4 years, and literally untouched, unscathed, and I'm not afraid to say it. The biggest threat to America is white men.
Ooh, very. I like that. I actually like that, and I 100% agree with you on the fact that he's not gonna walk quietly, regardless if he got 28, 48 hours left. Don't think for 1 second this man don't got something's gonna pop off,
Right. Why would
or
you expect him to?
which is a bad thought to have.
Yeah.
Because well, you expect the being in this field that you're in, you expect the 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 grace to be presented. You was like you expect the grace, like even from good presidents to okay presidents to bad presidents. There's always been a grace about it. You expect it. There's always been a at least allow me to leave this United States in a place where everybody is okay with me, but they feel
Right.
great about who's coming in.
Right.
He's
Well,
not
Wasco,
doing either or.
you said you
Go
said
ahead.
you expect presidents to act that way. This guy's not a president. He may hold a
Mm.
title, but he doesn't act that way.
So, what do you expect from Biden, and what do you think Biden and Kamala coming in? What should be their first priority? Because they, I told somebody again. I said I feel like they actually have to come in and clean up first. They got to come clean up the house first before they can actually get to, what I'm saying, feeding the people.
Right. Right. I think when you said clean up, that song "Clean Up Woman" popped in my head. So they got to do a lot, man. And typically, when a new president comes in, or even a reelected president serves, they're judged on their first 100 days, and that kind of goes
Mm-hmm.
back to FDR's time coming out the Great Depression. He came out with a 100-day plan to get the country back on track, to rebuild, to fix the banks, to put people back to work. And right now, we're coming out of, and we're actually still in a slew of problems. We have racial strife going on, racial tension. We have an economy that has slipped because of COVID-19 and this pandemic that we're in. And so right now, President-elect Joe Biden, well, let's call it what it is. President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, they have to show strength, they have to show courage, they have to show calm, that they have a plan, they're going to move forward. And so they're already showing that. I think the most comforting thing, whether you wanted Joe Biden to be your president or not, 81 plus million people voted for him. And so that's strength right there, the strength and numbers that he has, the biggest turnout for a president, but he killed it in the cycle. And so when you look at it, you have him coming out with a plan. They have a strong plan for the first 90 days to attack COVID, but also the effects that COVID brought on to the country. And so it's comforting with that $1.9 trillion economic relief and pandemic plan. He's showing he has some structure in there. We didn't see that from the previous fake leader or macaroni leader.
Uh-uh.
And so I feel comfortable in knowing that both Biden and Harris have a plan, because if you look at it, and this is what we think about, President Biden has institutional knowledge, serving in the Senate, serving as vice president in 2 terms. But when him and President Obama took over, they had a crisis on their hands as well and had to take the country out of economic turmoil. So he's seen this before. So think about it, to my sports fans out there, right? This is Kobe, LeBron, or Jordan in the finals, right? They've seen it before, and you have confidence that they're going to bring that win home, regardless. If it's a sweep, if it's a 7-game series, in these 100 days, we're going to see our leader push forward, and we actually have a country that's standing behind them. I think the greatest thing is he has a Congress that weighs heavy in his favor. People want to support the Congress people, our representatives want to support the people on the ground, and the senators, with the victory that just happened here in Georgia, with John Ossoff and my Morehouse brother, Reverend Raphael Warnock, we have control of the Senate. And so now we can see them really get things done. I think it's very important that people realize that they can't do it by themselves, right? We're still going to need that 81 plus million people to still dig deep and stay involved and stay on those phones and talking to individuals about what they can do to continue to move this process forward.
But you know what I'm gonna need those
So
people to do though?
Was that?
Those well, it's gonna sound bad. This is what I need black people to do. I'm gonna sing loud. What's what I need black people to do? I need black people to allow them to have those 100 days, because what I didn't like last time with Obama was he came in and on day 4 everybody mad.
not
Like
oh
I look
Right.
like I'm fix like we just said. Hey guys, I gotta fix this stuff and get this house in order. But everybody was like, he's not doing this. They're not doing this. The government's not doing this. And I would hate
Right.
to see Biden and Kamala have to go through the fact of after the day after they get sworn in, then everybody's upset because nothing's getting done. Give them their
Right.
100. Give them the 100 days to get the kick going. Black people.
Well, I definitely agree with you there. Of course, I know you had a point to raise. So I want to get to your point to see if it jumps in this
yes.
conversation.
Thank you, Roscoe. Thank you for handling Roscoe over there. Anyway, so 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 we saw that the pro-Trump protesters, they reached the Capitol, whatever they want to call it, but they basically threatened democracy, right? So what happens to the future of the Democratic Party now? That after tomorrow or after today, starting tomorrow, what happens?
Yeah, I think it's really important that the party actually take note from the Republican Party, right? I think one of the things that the Republican Party does really well is their voters are loyal no matter what, regardless if they agree with you or not. They're going to stand by you and they're going to stand behind the Republican mantra. And I think it showed, right? The assault on the Capitol, regardless of those are staunch voters or not, they acted out and they proved their point that they're willing to go to the test. And I think we need to look at that and say, what are they doing that we're not doing in terms of messaging? And I think that's the biggest thing. But also building a bench, right? Republicans have a great history of introducing new leaders throughout their farm system. And I think right now, we've seen the leaders like Stacey Abrams, and I'm even going to throw Andrew Gillum out there, but you have people like Ben Jealous, who are starting to move that mantra forward. But now you have leaders like Randall Woodfin, the brother, the mayor in Birmingham, Alabama, who's also a Morehouse brother, so I can't continue to throw that out there. You have the new mayor in Baltimore, Brandon. You have the lieutenant governor in Wisconsin with Mandela Barnes. And you have people at the state and local level who, continue to push that stick forward. And local politics actually shapes national politics. What they do on the ground there, your senators and your congressmen, even presidential candidates, look at those models and try to replicate that on a national level. So I think that's the other thing that they need to look at. But also, we have to learn from our mistakes as well as our successes. And on our successes, nothing beats one-on-one contact. And it's important for us to kind of return back to building on the ground and grassroots organizing, right? And I think it was a little tough during this pandemic, but there were still people out there knocking on doors. I mean, in Georgia, you can have political operatives like myself, but there's a young man named Leslie Small, who is one of the unsung heroes, who happens to be the husband of the new Congresswoman-elect Representative Nakima Williams. But I've known this gentleman for over 20 years, and he has ran programs that knocked on over 5 to 10 million doors in the last 5 years. And getting that message out there is recreating a consistent drumbeat. And so organizing on the ground is very important. And the National Party, under the leadership of Jamie Harrison, who's a Southern Democrat, kind of understands that, because that's the bread and butter of the Democratic Party. But also, I think that people need to understand, like Roscoe pointed out, right? We need time, right? Nothing is going to be done in sort of this social media era of 160 characters or less, right? We get our news so instant, we get everything so instantly, like you can't You can't cook a meal that fast. You can microwave it, but you're not gonna get the
Hey
substance.
man,
You're
hey
not gonna get the
yo,
substance that you need.
hey man, you know what? When you said Morehouse in the beginning, because I'm a Georgia Tech dude. When you said Morehouse, I was shaky, but you actually hit a key point. Once, because we got two things coming in from Facebook. I want to point out, but you're right.
Okay.
Once I tell people the most dangerous thing right now is Twitter, because once it hits Twitter, it's news.
Yeah.
It's news. It's hard to stop, and is whether it's truthful or not, it's already out there,
Right.
and you lost. But Nathan Westcott says, uh, this is a huge setback morally. The country has been in debt since he's been born. So how do we uphold a failed economy? And then two, um, is it possible? Which I don't think is possible. But we have to see rich and poor people on a level playing field. No one gets better if they can't be taught. Which
Right.
I'm not gonna say that's unreachable, but I don't. I mean, if I'm gonna be a realist, I don't think that's gonna happen.
So you are gonna say it's
Like, what was that portion?
no, I was just he said he's not gonna say it's unreachable, but he basically said it was. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, it's reachable, right? But it takes unity. It takes some compromise. It takes people actually coming to their senses to understand that it's going to be a give and take. And I think that's the other thing that we have to realize that when we come together, we get more accomplished than when we're apart. And so to that young man Nathan, I don't know how old you are, but if we study history, we see that when all the chips are on the table and this country's facing some dark times, we rise, we prevail. We come together. If you think back in 9/11, that tragic situation, the country came together and we rebuilt the country. And if you go back to the Great Depression, FDR, the reason why people hold him to such high acclaim is, he created programs that still hold true to this day, whether it's the Social Security Administration in the mask and cover of putting people back to work through different ventures, or the Civil Conservative Program that put 2.5 million unemployed men back to work. Right now, in this time where we're trying to be more diverse, we're trying to be more equal, and equality is very important. We're now seeing women being brought to the forefront. We're now seeing, LGBTQ issues being brought to the forefront. And what you're doing is you're shedding more light on a dark room. And
Right.
I think, if America was sitting in a dark room and each person was a candle in the dark, we're now lighting more candles to shed a light on what the room actually looks like. And now we're able to come together. We're able to build plans. If you look at the Biden cabinet, is probably one of the most, if not the most diverse cabinet that this country's ever seen. And so those are different viewpoints. Those are different ideologies. Those are different spectrums that we can come to the table and say, here's what I think, here's what I know, and here's what I'm bringing to the table to help solve this issue. And so I have true confidence that, we'll take a couple steps forward as well as a couple steps back in this, but we'll make great strides. It's not going to be solved in 4 years. It's not going to be solved in 8. But we're going to get closer and closer as we, one, continue to let, genuine, ethical, moral leaders. Two, we continue to foster and develop leaders on the ground for the future. And then three, more and more people get involved and get engaged and have their voices heard. And you do that by voting, but you also do that by participating in a democratic process as a whole, right? Writing letters, of course, Twitter is great, and it gets your message out there and it gets your viewpoint out there. And if we can find a way to continue to bridge that social media organizing gap, the better, because the more opinions, the more issues, the more thoughts that we have will help, shed more light on the situation.
But
So I know you got to get out
but
of here,
go
but
ahead, Portia.
Twitter, I'm sorry, Facebook is checking in, and I wanted to touch on a couple of comments before you leave.
Go
So
ahead.
Yeah,
we
because
were
I gotta get
briefly
them.
talking about Twitter, and they're saying that Trump, the new army, is trending, and the tweets are saying that he'll lead it after today. So even though he doesn't, have a official presence on Twitter, how does that affect the way that they gather now? Because Trump new army is trending, And then there were a couple of other comments. City council attendance, white Congress members for your area, follow and know your mayor. Okay, that was something else. Nathan said he was 30 years old. And Gerald also said that you have to be willing to be taught. So, how do they gather on Twitter, or how do we stop them from gathering on Twitter and
I'm with you,
hashtag
Gerald.
Trump New Army?
Well, Gerald, one, that's a good point, and I think that's a great catch, Portia. You look at it this way. I think right now we're getting into the police era of social media and what happens on the internet, and so we know that everything you say gets stored in the Library of Congress. But we also are now finding out that when you tweet, there are people watching that are tracking to see trends on if you're a threat to yourself first, if you're a threat to society, and if you're a threat to this nation and sort of the Constitution. And yes, you have a freedom of speech, but if your speech it poses a threat to this world, they're going to look at you and they're going to investigate you. And I think right now that is continuously to be developed. I can imagine that they'll probably one day be, a true agency that is policing only online, right? And so if you get caught up in Twitter jail or social media jail, right, that's going to be just as bad as getting caught up in a real, institution of reentry. And so I think that we just have to remain positive in this, right? We always look to the negative side of, oh, this may happen, this may happen. But nobody ever talks about the positive side of, well, that happens, but this also happens. And I think, positive reinforcement will always trump negative reinforcement. So, I'm not worried about Donald Trump. One, in a time of self-care, when self-care is important, this man is probably one of the most unhealthiest individuals we've actually seen, both mentally and physically, right? He's negative in his thoughts. He's negative in the things he says. He's negative in how he takes care of himself. And so I'm not wishing any bad on him. But at some point, the luck is going to run out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but hey, I wish I could bring up my other point I wanted to hit you up with earlier. But since you brought up that point, I'm not asking people to be worried, but you got with, because any person, any person that can activate people like that, if like you said, those supporters
Yeah,
of that party, they're gonna be out there, like you said, they gonna vote, they gonna be whatever in line, whatever. But any person that has the ability to activate people, that they should be a concern.
right,
They should be
right.
a very concern in or out that office.
Real G's move in silence. And not to take away anything from those individuals storming the Capitol, but if I'm going to commit a crime, I'm not going to show up in my work uniform with my work ID badge and go live on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook about
They
what
didn't
I'm
know,
doing.
man. That's their
Right?
first time.
Yeah, they were definitely led astray, but there was some silence to that movement, though, right? There was some
uh,
silence to that movement, though, right? Because a lot of the people, the mass population, such as us, we didn't know it was going to take place, but there was a whole community that knew. So
Right.
how do we combat that? He's still gathering people and leading them, and
that's
what was
hilarious.
the word you used, Romeo?
Hey, man. Which
What
one?
was the
Yeah,
word you I forgot.
I, Portia, I think we
Activate.
just
That's what it is.
activate, right? Right. We
Yeah,
see that
activate.
side, and best believe there's another side to that is actually organizing right now and coming up with a
Yeah.
plan to how to protect democracy.
Okay. Good.
That's hilarious.
But we
Hey,
And
gonna
you guys,
definitely
that's what
go ahead.
that's what you're
you
supposed to
guys
call
are
your
Go
part of
boy
ahead,
and be
Rick.
like, "Hey, man, right,
Sorry. Go
right." I
ahead,
think
Rick.
that's hilarious, man.
I don't know what
That's
no.
that's
Romeo
What
what
I'm
you're
just
said.
supposed
saying
to
is
call your boy.
you guys are
Go
part of
ahead,
that
Rick.
movement of building that narrative, right? With the work you're doing right now on this morning show, the folks are getting up. Look, you have a following, and those people are asking
Mm-hmm.
those questions about what do we do here, what do we do here, because they want to be involved, they want to be intrigued, and you guys are spreading that with the work you're doing every morning to the folks that follow you. And when you look back, this is going to be recorded. People are going to go back to it. They're going to spread it, and that information is going to get disseminated that way, and they're going to get involved and they're going to get engaged.
All right.
Hey,
Well,
man,
we're
if you,
gonna definitely have to
if you,
have you come back after
Love it.
Biden and Kamala is in office, so that we can see the progression of what's going on. Anxiously awaiting tomorrow to see what happens when there's one during the inauguration. I'm praying that all goes well, and
Yes.
also duly anxious to see who Trump pardons and commutates. So we'll be
Great.
waiting with bated breath on that. Thank you for stopping by the Rolling
and
Out
and the
AM Wake Up Call. Go ahead, Ramir.
and the best advice that he gave y'all is, when you go commit a crime, take off your State Farm shirt. Don't wear your State Farm shirt. Take off your badge.
I think that one,
We
there
know
was
it's
one
y'all
guy
fault.
who was an Olympic swimmer and wore his Olympic jacket. Like, bruh, come on.
I
Come
didn't
on.
see it.
Hey, man, you know this your first time. Oh man, hey man, we'll appreciate you, man. Oh man,
Thank you guys so
all
much. You're beautiful people. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much. We
right.
appreciate you. Like I said, we'll have to have you back so that you can let us know what to expect going forward with this new administration. I'm excited to see it.
Love it. Love it. Take care, folks.
Take care.
Uh, Shout out Gerald Brown. Oh, you in here for Portia? Man,
Oh
tell y'all one
Lord.
more time. At I am
Hey
Portia
Gerald.
Monique. You want to work?
Um,
You with your fitness and stuff like that? Go Instagram. Jesus Christ, Portia, I can't do this. Like get your coat. Get your coat. Get your coat.
Roscoe. 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 He straight called you Roscoe. That's your new name, Roscoe. Roscoe Jenkins, Roscoe International. What's up, Roscoe?
Oh,
Uh, where we going? Let's talk
get,
about let's get to the social report.
get your
We
coat.
do have another guest coming. You guys know who he is. Brian White. He's an actor and a producer, but he's also the CEO. I don't know. He's a co-founder of Snapcall. So we'll get a chance to talk to him on Tech Tuesdays about what Snapcall is. So let's get into this report, social
Where we gonna
report.
go? TJ, let me know. Uh, well, HBCU. Let's jump into this because I'm not gonna be Debbie Downer, but I'm gonna give you some reality checks that you should know, and this is definitely a reality check. So, the HBCU student athletes, student athletes have filed a lawsuit against the NCAA. Hear what I'm trying to say. The HBCU student athletes have filed a lawsuit against the NCAA. Students and athletes have had their facilities, campus programs compared to traditional colleges and universities. A comparison of full bias, often placed on HBCUs uh, at the major disadvantage and reputable standpoint. Well, it's been reported that black athletes launched a legal assault on what they are calling a chronic bias by the NCAA in the federal court because other schools other schools receive television times, top recruits and things of that nature, but the college sport singles out historical black college universities and bans them from postseason play in Division 1 at the highest level. Here's the thing. I get it. You want to be able to play big boy. Get it. And I'm not saying HBCU student athletes, basketball, football, or otherwise, are not worthy. What I'm saying is you're not going to win that battle against the NCAA. The NCAA, if you know sports, the NCAA literally has their own mandate. They're not an NBA. They're not an NBA. The NCAA has their own mandate. People have been trying to get wages, student wages, paid to athletes. People have been trying to get buy and sell out of the NCAA. HBCUs, I rock with you, but filing a lawsuit against the NCAA on unfair practices, that's a reach. But I'm here for it. But that's a reach. Um, I see you, D Shields. Uh, Next up, and I know Portia's son going to University of Miami. Where you going?
No, FAMU. Don't do that.
Fam, fam,
HBCU, FAMU. See, yes,
FAMU.
don't do that.
Um, Now, last week, this is crazy. This is gonna blow y'all away. Last week, I reported that the president of China, the ex-president of China, she received 20 years. Well, guess who's about to join her? The vice president, the vice chairman of Samsung, J.Y. Lee, is going back to prison for casting the future of leadership at the massive tech company in doubt. Let me tell you what the chairman of Samsung did. He's going to prison because he helped assist that president who just got 20 years in China. The chairman of Samsung. He was sentenced to 2.5 years behind bars this past Monday, finding him guilty of embezzlement and bribery, and he was taken into custody following the verdict. He was known to have massive influence in peddling and pushing the scandal of the government for the former president, Miss Park Geun-hye, who was just given 20 years. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, the president who went to jail 20 years, this is the man that was pushing the narrative that everybody was believing for her to go to jail. And they sent him to jail too. Interesting. That's very interesting. He's the chairman of Samsung. So he's going to be joining her in prison. Congratulations, dummy. Uh, I wonder if that'll happen over here. Maybe not, but we'll see how that go. Uh, Last but not least, like we talked about earlier, President Trump plans to pardon 100, do 100 pardons and commutations this Tuesday, his final day in office. So make sure y'all stand ready to see who gets out and who goes home. And Ray, I hope you on there. Bill Cosby, I hope you on there. Uh, 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 who else? Lil Wayne. Uh, 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 I can't remember the other rapper. All the rappers. I hope you on there, man. Hope to see y'all home soon. And that is the social report going on right now, man. At 9:02 a.m. on Rolling Out the Wake Up. She 20 years. Who helped push it? He got 2.5 years. Pay attention to that. I, on me? Okay. And shout out to everybody checking in.
Latoya, if
Waiting
you
for
can,
Portia to check in. There you go.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get Brian on the call. I know D is excited. He keeps popping in. So Latoya, if you are listening in Facebook world, can you check your email and call our producer,
Hey
please?
Nate, you right. They
We
know
see
something
him
we
coming
don't.
in and out, but
Tell them,
he's
Nathan.
having
They
issues
know
with his
something
phone.
we don't.
Who does?
But what do you think about that? The president of China getting they just released the first 5 people getting a pardon. Sheldon
Who?
Silver, Steve Bannon, Alan Wilsberg. It's on CNN right now. Lil Wayne and Shalom Weiss. These are the first
Well, of
five.
course, Lil Wayne was
Sheldon
gonna be in the
Silver,
top five.
Sheldon Silver, former NY Assembly Speaker. Oh, they just took it off TV. But those are the first five that got issued this morning.
Of course, Lil Wayne was
Wow.
gonna be in the top five. Of course he was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And who were the other
Interesting.
ones? I didn't recognize the
I'm
other
going
ones' names.
to Steve. Out of that one, out of the ones that I just saw, Steve Bannon was in there.
Who was that?
Steve Steve Bannon. Producer TJ. You know Steve Bannon. He's what was he to the president during that time? Um, this is interesting. Steve Bannon. He was a White House chief strategist. That's what he was. A White House chief strategist. Uh, so hopefully it pops back up and we see what's going on. Good morning, man. 9:05 a.m. rolling out a.m. to wake up. That was breaking news coming in from CNN. The first five on the list of pardons. Trump gonna go out with a bang. I can't wait to see this.
Always.
I can
Oh,
not wait to see this. But
well,
no, I
I
was asking
can.
you, what do you think about?
What?
I was going to ask you, what do you think about the president of China getting 20 years, and the chairman of Samsung who helped push her negative connotation, him being charged and sent to jail as well.
I don't know. I don't. I don't. I don't know. I don't really have a thought on it. Like, do bad, go to jail.
Well, if you
You do bad, you go to jail. Like, I don't know.
well, and Nathan Westcott
What's your
just
thoughts on
asked, are
it?
they getting pardons? Nathan asked, are they getting pardons because they did their job? I Are they getting pardons because they did their job? That's actually a good question. I did what the
Who?
president asked me to do, huh?
Oh, Gerald
Well you
said
got to think.
they get pardons because they were yes people to Trump. That's what Gerald
That's what I'm
said.
saying. So
He can look it up.
I did what the president asked of me to do, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm wrong for what I did, but I did what my president asked for me to do. So I should be pardoned for that, right?
I don't
Well,
know. He gonna pardon him.
Portia Monique asked me to break into the car. That's what she told me to do. She Portia Monique the president. President said break into the car. I broke into the car. Now y'all trying to send me to jail. I need a pardon. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
And then there we go.
So I can't
There
tell
we
if we're
go.
still having issues. Okay, he on the phone. Okay, so while we're getting them geared up, let's talk about Brian J. White. And then we'll pivot back to this Romeo before we're over. But so Brian, y'all know Brian. Brian, he's an American actor. He appeared in a lot of films, right? So Family Stone, The Game Plan, I Can Do Bad All by Myself, Good Deeds. Y'all remember who he was in Good Deeds in the Tyler Perry movie, and Cabin in the Woods. He was a regular in Men of a Certain Age, Beauty and the Beast, and then most recently Ambitions. But he is on Tech Tuesday because he has a new platform, and the name of it is Snap Call. So we're going to get a chance to ask him all about Snap Call and what it is and how we get involved. So do we have him on yet?
If
So
Trump,
I'm
Gerald
excited
Johnson said
about
if
that.
Trump told you to jump off a Trump tower. Hilarious.
I wouldn't jump off a Trump tower. I'm not jumping off a Trump
What?
tower.
Oh.
Romeo, your
All I'm
mic
saying is my
is
president
working
asked me to do it.
impeccably. Your
Oh,
mic is
thank you.
working impeccably. Can y'all hear me? Because y'all, we can hear Romeo great. Did you hook your mic up? Am I too close to my microphone? I'm trying.
is
I'm
It's
trying
all
to
in the
have some.
positioning. Play the best roles.
Y'all see, because I don't
Did you
have one
go
of
out?
those microphones from y'all got. Hilton. Okay, so while we waiting on Brian, we can go to my report if we ready. Yeah, he does play
Let's
the
hit
best
that.
roles. D love her some. Where Brian at? D love her
Hey man,
some
don't do
Brian.
that.
Why you?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Thank you, because I gotta bring my microphone a little closer.
you, you, D, you keep playing. Trump gonna have to issue another pardon.
Okay, so we can't go to the report.
He gonna have to issue another pardon. You keep doing that. He gonna
To who? Brent?
eh,
Brent
to
know
Brent.
where
Don't do
Brent.
that.
Brent know his D love him. Definitely, he does know. So it's Tuesday, y'all. What else we talking about in the tech space? Uh,
Oh
one
man,
thing that Rich was talking about, he was talking about how in the future there's probably going to be a policing social media. I really want to know, like when he said that it sparked something, I'm like, I really want to know
uh,
how they're going to do that because so Carrie Hilson last week she brought up a good point in terms of when they censored Trump and they removed his access to social media and they removed him indefinitely and all of that. She was like, this is dangerous because what does that say about free speech in a nutshell, right? So
I
what
agree.
does that say about free speech and him being censored? But what Rich said was that once you do that, you have to be concerned about inciting violence and all of that stuff. So, is it still free speech when you're inciting violence and you're gathering people? And what was the A word that you used, Mamia? What was the word
Activating,
that you used? And you're activating
activating.
people to gather and bring about insurrection. So, is it still free speech when you're doing that? Or can you be policed? Can social media be policed?
I don't think it should. I don't think it should, and I don't think it's fair. When here's the thing. When people were like, "Oh, I'm getting bullied on social media," the first thing in my head was, uh, "Well, unfollow the bullies, block the bullies." Well, they're promoting or they're pushing something that I don't like. Well, you have the ability to block certain word Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You have the ability to take the time, people, and stop being lazy, and you can go put certain words that you don't want to pop up on your timeline. I think that I don't like is because the moment that you tell me that I don't have a voice and that you're gonna pull my voice, I'm gonna get louder. I'm gonna turn the music up louder. And the more you keep telling me to turn it down, I'm gonna turn it up louder. So people need to. I know everybody's built different, but some of this stuff y'all need to swallow, man. Like
So Gerald is
taking
saying
away.
it's only. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Roman.
No, go
Taking
ahead.
away what? So Gerald is saying it's only free speech when it serves them. Nathan says cybersecurity, that's actually a field that people can go into and study and work in. So we get that, but should it be police? Because basically that's what they did to Trump. They basically said you no longer are allowed to use these social media platforms, free speech or not, because you're inciting violence. So, at what point do you determine? At what point do these social media companies become the police and determine who can and who cannot have free speech on their platforms?
Right.
Facebook knows how to
That
throw me
gotta
in my.
be
Go ahead.
because you know what's so crazy, which is on subject, but that's one of the big things that's going on right now. A lot of dancers and a lot of sex workers, their profiles get flagged, taken down, or they get these community guidelines sent to them that says you're violating our guidelines. Keep in mind, you can go to a a I hate doing this. You can go to a Savage Fenty, you can go to a Fashion Nova, you can go to you can go to a Playboy profile, and nothing's they got the same thing up as the Instagram model. They got the same thing up, but they're considered not to be violating. So, to your point, what is the violation? Because Romeo can say, "I don't like white supremacists," and get get taken down a flag, but let a politician or somebody say the same sentence and they're making a statement. Can't do that. So I don't agree with it at all. I don't
But
agree with it at
Romeo,
all.
how can you not agree with it when it's inciting violence and riots and gathering people to breach the Capitol by the key words that they say? So, what would be the alternative of muting him, so to speak? Because that's what they did. I'm sure he got
You
an alternate account somewhere. But
so
yeah, it
it's
is
like
what
you
it is.
said, these
But
people know.
when does it turn into a national threat because he is the president?
Well, okay, so when does it become our job? Portia Monique, Romeo International, producer TJ, Ashley. When does it become our job to monitor it? You like you said, they know what's going on. They know what to watch for. So if that's the case, their relationship with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or whatever like that should be, hey, these are just like how they send out their reports. These are the keywords we're monitoring and watching for. So if these pop up, they're automatically going to be flagged. Look, that man has been speaking for 4 years. The problem that I have is you wait till the last month. Come on now.
Well,
He
he's
done
been
incited
planning it.
hell for four
They've been
years.
planning this. They've been planning this for, I would say months, if not years, to do exactly what they just did because he convinced his 80 million followers or 88 million followers that the election was stolen. So they already had a backup plan of what it was that they were going to do. He just used social media to move that platform forward, that agenda forward. And social media finally came in and was like, nope, no more, we can't do it. So my question is, when does social media start policing and acting as a police, and are they infringing upon people's free speech rights? So D Shield said, my soldier gave his life up for my freedom to speak, lost my husband to OIF war. I will use wisdom and delivery, but not be silenced. I get it. I understand. But if Facebook came in and was like, no more these shields, if they removed Parlor was one of the apps, the platforms that people were on. It was a lot of pro Trump supporters on that app and whatnot. They removed those from the app stores. Apple was like, nope. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, you can't download it here. So I don't
Let
know.
me.
What does that say about our
I,
democracy and our free speech?
I'm gonna search something right now, and I'm gonna say 20 so even right now, right? Um, you're these are red flags to social media. These are red flags. Uh, 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 Someone posting a date of birth. I want you to hear this. Date of birth. Uh, Using the wrong name, attempting to place your name in a URL that you don't own. Uh,
How are those red
if
flags?
you had that's a good question. That's an absolutely the best question you just asked. How are they red flags? If
Hmm.
you have one personal account, these are social media's red flags that put you on awareness. If you have more than one personal account, So if I have Romeo International and then Romeo International 2, I'm a red flag.
That's
This is what I'm talking like. The rules don't apply to the rules don't apply to them. It applies to us. So
okay.
if you're gonna police somebody, if you're gonna police somebody for making a statement, you feel well, you might as well all of us then, because everybody got their own personal opinion. I hope
Yeah,
everybody got their own personal opinion. So
I hope.
Portia can't say she hate Peloton. So if Portia say I hate Peloton,
I don't. I don't. I need
no, I mean,
sponsorship. I don't. I need a Peloton bike at home. And actually, speaking of Peloton, I did work out today, and it was not yoga. It was actually
time out,
Pilates today. So
time out,
what? What?
time out. It's 9:20 a.m. You worked out when?
This morning when I got up. So I told you,
This
what I do
Portia
is
Monique.
I do my praise, pray, and Pilates, and it's been praise, and yoga, but today I actually did Pilates. I know I'm gonna suffer for it tomorrow because it takes a while for your body to catch up and know that it's aching, but that's fine because I'm gonna push through it every day.
What
Listen,
time? What
every
what
day
time?
that we wake, so I wake up maybe about 5 o'clock. Sometimes I lay there, sometimes I'll do some work. And today I was like, let me get up and do my Pilates.
You worked out this morning.
I did. I
Producer
am
TJ, do
determined.
you believe that? Okay, you determined.
I am listen, no, I want to get to these comments on Facebook, but I am determined to live my best life. Like, why not? Like, you gotta take care of
Okay.
your body. Like,
Yes,
what you do in
yes.
your 20s, what you do in your 20s, make sure that you have a it results in your 30s. What you do in your 30s results in your 40s. What you do in your 40s, your body thanks you for in your 50s, and so on and so forth. So I want to make sure that I'm taking care of my body, hydrating, water. I don't drink a
Come
lot of
on, Nate.
sugar.
It's too early, man. It's too
What Nate say?
early.
Thank you, Nate.
Don't. It's too early, Nate. Come on, man. Wait. At least
Thank you,
wait till
Nate.
9:45. At least give me 9:45. Come on, man.
You
Nah.
still waiting
One,
Now
on
the
two,
my
three,
question
four,
decision?
five.
becomes will you be consistent? That's the question.
Yes, I'm getting up every morning. That's what I'm
Okay.
committed to making sure that
Okay.
I'm doing it.
We
Every day.
okay. Yeah, y'all heard that on Tuesday, January the
Yes,
19th,
Nathan.
9:22
Yes,
a.m.
Nathan. Every day. Why not? Like, it's
Okay.
Pilates don't even take a half an hour, and it's a floor mat type of exercise. So the one that I do anyway.
You I just found the
Okay,
best way to hold Portia Monique to the. Since you
what's that?
said that you do not post as much on social media, if you really getting up in the morning, you should do an Instagram story of you getting up, getting ready to work out. Every morning, we should see an
You
Instagram
mean like
story of
not
Portia
be
Monique.
camera ready? you you mean not be camera ready? Like
Who
get up in the
you working
morning
out? It ain't a photo shoot.
it's not a photo shoot, but I need to be camera ready whenever. Thank you, D. So I don't know. I can't get dressed and then do my workout. I gotta get up, roll out of bed, do my workout, then go and
Yeah.
Terrible.
get in the shower.
Oh,
Hallelujah. I can't believe
terrible.
we finally got you. Hey
Hey
Brian.
man.
Social media
Good
been waiting
morning.
on
How
you.
are you?
Wonderful.
I know
How
I'm
are
Good
having some
morning,
you?
man.
technical difficulties. How's everything in
No,
Atlanta?
sir.
Open.
Yeah, the
Open.
one thing we can say in LA, right? LA is closed and
Yeah.
closed, man.
Yeah.
Atlanta
Well,
is
I'm in
open, man.
Detroit. I'm in Detroit. We abide by the rules in Detroit. Atlanta don't abide by the rules. I'm just saying.
And, and well, First of all, we got a different mandate than everybody else. They told us our strip clubs had to stay open for health purposes. That's all.
They didn't say that. They did not say.
I'm
They did
not
not.
even gonna comment on that one. Ain't gonna touch that one.
Good morning.
Good
So
morning.
welcome to the
Oh
Rolling
man.
Out AM wake up call. Like I said, Facebook has been waiting on you. They in the comments talking about I love Brian. Yes, is it the
Ooh.
Brian White? I can't wait.
Hey,
Iris
hey.
Baker just said good morning. D Shield said yes. So good morning. Welcome to the Rolling Out AM wake up call. Today is Tech
Good
Tuesday,
morning.
and you have something
Yes.
technical to bring to us. Tell us about Snap Call.
Well, SnapCall is the first tool. It's an app to empower your modern day hustle. All right, and what that basically means is hustle is a solopreneur, an entrepreneur that works for self, doesn't work for a big corporation, the corporation of one, the army of one, the solopreneur. Um, and what we've noticed over my lifetime is the American dream, unfortunately, is dying. And to simplify the American dream, all of our parents wanted us to do better than them, whether that's education, whether that's money, whether that's have a better, bigger house, more things, to be able to have more than they had. That's what, everybody's parents and grandparents do all the things they do for. As time has gone on, the American dream, we're not elevating. Over the past 100 years, we've been making less and less and less than our previous generation. And the disparity between the haves and the have-nots, we see a lot more folks that look like us having not, and a lot more folks that don't look like us having. So this is a minority majority company, a black-owned company called SnapCall that lets you operate your entire business life through text. The way that we trust, the way that we most use. If you look at your email account right now, you look at your social media account, you have a lot of messages from a lot of people that you haven't seen yet. Now, if you pick up your cell phone and you look at your text inbox, I doubt even on air right now any of y'all have any unread texts. That's how we trust communicating with each other. That's how we do things for real in real life. If it's your mama, if it's your current boss, if it's your current number one business partner, you have their text in your phone, and that's how you guys communicate. That's how you set your plans.
Okay.
That's how you close your deals. You don't use all these other methods. So what these other methods are, whether that's social media or multiple emails, it's just to allow us to broadcast our thoughts and our feelings to each other. It's not actually to get stuff done. If we want to get stuff done, we use text. So SnapCall is the first text-based platform that allows you to do all of it. Stay in touch with your mom and your grandmother and close the deal and make your payments and collect your bills, etc. So I want to talk about a little bit about how it works.
How does it work?
Okay.
Right, because I'm
You
scratching my head.
you got me curious. Yeah.
All right. So this is our
I
Q
clicked
code.
on that this morning.
All right. So if anybody has a camera, their phone in their hand right now, there's two ways you can do this. You can point it right at the screen, take out your cell phone,
Got it.
and a link will pop up. This is how I'm going to add myself to your phone. Now, if you're listening on the radio, you can text me 424-352-8505.
Okay.
So you
And
either
so
type that in or
when it
scan
says
this
text,
picture right now. Yep. You can either hold up your camera and actually scan this picture, and your camera will do it for you.
Okay, so I just did it.
All right, now text.
Hold on, come on.
Add me.
Come over
Hashtag
something.
add me. Text
Okay,
hashtag
so it
add
says
me to
tap
that
the
number.
link to add yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now tap
So
the link and follow that. That is my actual phone book. Okay. Now without doing anything right now, I just gave you my phone number and put it into your phone. There you are. Now that is every single way you can connect with me. You can book me by touching that book me button. So if you wanted to hire me to speak with you right now, you touch that book me button. It'll give you my calendar, my available dates and time windows. You touch it. It will schedule an appointment for us to speak. I can mentor you right now. You can click to buy my products. I have 5 different stores. They're all linked right there. My virtual mall, Shop Social Scenes, is right there. You can buy 100 products that I own and I get commission on right now. You can book me for private things. You can book me to host your engagements. You can text me. You can, that Gentrega Hayes button, that's my personal manager that books me for club appearances. Maybe you want me to host your birthday party. You click that link right there. Gentrega will get all your information, your requested date, time, and he will return your call to book that. It's the new way to do everything all in one touch. And if you go to my social media, go ahead.
No,
Hold
so
on,
I went
man.
through the entire process. I see you on screen. It's kind of weird because we see two Brian's, right? But so I went through the entire process, but it there was also an option to be added to the wait call list. Is this actually active right now, or when can we
Yes,
start seeing the? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
it is in the app stores right now, on for Android and
Okay.
for iPhone. We are in beta, so we are putting everybody on a wait list right now. We're asking if you have my number. If you've just accepted this number, you can either manually enter that number, or you can just scan this picture right here, text
Uh-huh.
hashtag join to that number, and you will be sent back automatically the link to get on our wait list. And you'll be
Okay.
contacted
So
by the company and be one of the first people to use it right now. You can download Snapcall on your phone, but we don't allow you in. We don't allow everybody in right now. You have to be invited in. So what I'm doing right now is
got.
I'm inviting people to join hashtag join. You'll get your link. You'll be able to download the app and see everything, and then we will be in touch back and forth so you can join us. It's a invite only
Yeah.
platform for the entrepreneur, and we call entrepreneurs hustlers. Hustlers always had a bad
Go.
connotation, but I was raised by a long lineage of female hustlers. From my grandmother to my mother were always
Yeah.
corporate minded people. My grandmother had 18 mortuaries, a golf course, a fleet of Cadillacs back in 1930s in Topeka, Kansas, and she taught me how to hustle. And I'm trying to
Yo.
Okay. And
You
extend
what's
to
you
your
everyone how
grandma?
you can hustle.
okay.
Right.
Okay, hold on. Cause I'm a hey, you about to have a new social ambassador. I'm a tech head, but I'm really heavy on social. So from what I just saw, right, and I'm looking at all how you organize it. One is clean. Like, it looks clean. I love that. But then two,
Thank you.
it's it makes it makes the conversation easier. Like you just said, hey, you can book me here, text me here, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, whatever.
That's
How
the whole point.
interactive is it? How
100%
interactive is it?
interactive. Extremely interactive. You can do everything that you can possibly do on every other tool that we have in social media. The difference is it's specific, it's personal. So on social media, we're broadcasting to many, which is not effective for
Right?
business. An effective politician or effective business person speaks to one individual and sells them a product, sells them their idea. Social media is not designed for that. That's what text is for. So what we've basically
Mm-hmm.
done is funneled all of the tools and power that you have on all the various social media. Here's an example. Everybody put us up those avatars. We have three different personas for LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. One's casual,
Yeah.
one's in a
Mm-hmm.
business suit, one's smiling. You almost have to have
Mm-hmm.
three different personas to be on social media. So your work
Yeah.
relationships are in one place, your social relationships, your family's in another place. That doesn't make any sense. Who has time to be three people online? That takes three times as much time. What we're trying to do is cut
Absolutely.
that down to one third as amount of the
Hey,
time and three times as much productivity.
I'm in.
That's Snapcall.
I'm in.
Okay, we're not
I'm
even looking
in.
in our email and our social media inboxes. We're always checking our texts. And what Snapcall does is it uses AI to then help do 90% of that stuff with artificial intelligence, so you can keep doing what you're doing, which is interacting with actual real people that are in front of you, and not worrying
I'm
about
So
in.
who's in
who?
my
Brian,
inbox,
I'm in.
who needs to pay me, who do I need to text and
I'm,
email right now, who do I need
I'm
to
in.
remind that we have an appointment, etc., etc. Let Snapcall do all of that for you and just be your authentic self. It shouldn't matter whether you're meeting somebody for the first time or whether it's your mom or your sister. Your phone should be your tool that's helping you manage all of that, because your mom buys products from you too,
I'm
just
in.
like a stranger.
Right.
I'm in.
So who is the
I'm
ideal
in.
customer or
I'm in.
person that would use Snap Call?
Nah.
Okay, these are the armies of one. So hairstylist. This is how I book my barber. It also has a COVID feature. So there's a COVID screening built inside, and there will be some more things that are rolling out to keep us safe, because minorities are disproportionately affected by COVID. So this is a minority majority app that makes sure and factors COVID in. It keeps us safe, and it keeps us working, and it keeps us getting paid during this time where circumstances are trying to keep everybody home and put us on a government system. We're all receiving money. Our rent and our mortgages are being forgiven. That's all going to come due at some point. And if you haven't been hustling in the meantime, you're going to get hit with something serious. But hairstylists, personal trainers, health and beauticians, celebrities, influencers like myself that host lots of events all over the country, all over Zoom. We need to be able to be booked directly. I host a lot of birthday
Right.
parties. I host a lot of club events. I do a lot of mentoring. I've had to have 3 different managers over the past 20 years of my career to do that. That's a lot of different emails that get missed and texts that get missed. Now I just
Right.
give everybody my Snap call link. All of my managers have one link, and they send that link to any client. Any client or lead that they have clicks that
Amen.
books me directly. I see it. So does my manager, but I
Okay.
see it now. I know who booked me when. I know how to get in touch with them. I don't have to rely on just some third-party booker saying, "Hey, I got you this
Right.
amount of money, be
So
from
how?
this person," and it does all
So
the.
how
Let
do
me
you
tell you where you hook.
install?
Let me tell.
Go ahead,
Yeah, let me
Raymond.
tell you where you hook me at. Let me tell you where you hook me at. And I'm the social. Let me tell you where you hook me at. Me as a DJ and a personality, right? You hook me at the fact that you're absolutely right. Uh, Romeo Twitter is different from Romeo Instagram, different from Romeo Facebook, different from Romeo Pinterest, because I have to be an individual person for each one of those platforms for the people that
Mhm.
follow them platforms. And I literally feel sometimes that no one gets full me because I have to separate how I present myself. I'm in, man. Hey,
That's the
man, I'm
that's the
Snap Call.
problem with
I'm in.
social media. Social media is we're not the client. And I'll say that again. On social media, we are not the client. Social media is the client is the companies that are paying through advertising dollars for our attention. We're the product. Okay? So what social media is for, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, is to steal our eyeballs and keep them fixed on all the feed that's coming across that so they can run commercials to us. Okay? Snapcall reverses that. We're the customer. Okay? And all we want is to be able to talk to each other efficiently, to exchange, to capture the money for the service, the good, or the product, and exchange that while having a meaningful, realistic conversation. My hair looks crazy. I need to come see you for this amount at this time. For 20 years, my barber and I have made all of our appointments directly via text. That takes her all day. Woman's got 4 kids. She doesn't have time to be sending 10 texts back and forth with me just to book a haircut. We do this every week. Snapcall automates that. It lets me know when she's
Okay.
available. I just boop, touch her link. I'm in her phone. I can
Got it.
pay her directly. It even automatically sends me a reminder that my appointment's coming
Okay.
up so that it stops on cancellations, chargebacks, every single thing that you have a problem with collecting. It does it for you via text. The other
So
thing that you think about with social media, you don't know who any of your contacts are. You don't know their real name. You know their handle. You don't know where they are, what
Okay.
city or state they're located in.
mhm.
Snap call is done by
Mhm.
your cell phone. When you opt in, you
Mhm.
guys did my capture page. I know your name. I know where you are. I can know your birth date. I can ask whatever questions I want. So in your phone book now, you could say, "Hey, I'm going to DJ in New York City tonight. I want to invite all the 21 to 25-year-old ladies whose birthday it is." You can put
Mhm.
those parameters and send a text, and it'll only text those people. Hey, and it'll say their name. Hey, Linda, I know it's your
Okay.
birthday
Hey, man.
tonight. I'm gonna be at this club. I'd like to come out.
Hey,
Here's a 10% coupon on a drink from me. Personalized. You can't do that on any other platform.
hey,
So
man. Let
I
me
do love
download this
that
right now.
aspect of it. So in addition, so it's kind of like an automated personal assistant that handles all of your business quickly, efficiently through a couple of clicks, right? But on the opposite side of it, when so everybody of course wants to be in your phone book, right? So I'm sure
Yeah.
everybody on Facebook went out, they did the steps that we all did, got added to your phone book. How do you integrate and how do you talk back to them, because it's a lot of us, right? So let's just say it's 100,000 people that just did it. How do you interact individually with all of them?
Well, first and foremost, they've already gotten an interaction during the load in process. So when you tap that link,
Mm-hmm.
Snappy, my AI robot that's in my phone inside Snapcall, he's my assistant now. So I used to pay
Gotcha.
for assistants. Now I've got one AI assistant. He starts responding automatically. It could be a she, but mine's a man. So my little
We
assistant
saw.
starts responding to you, right? So you already got a
Uh,
message back. So, and it was to
right.
you, it's personalized. Now with these
Yes.
hashtags, if you have my number in your phone right now, and let's say I want you to hashtag promo. You want to understand stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can text me hashtag promo right now, and my phone will text you back the video for Snap Call, the promo, so you can learn all about it. You can text me hashtag join to that number, and I can send you the waitlist information. You can text hashtag add me. You'll get my personal capture page, which is that moving emoji you saw. That's my personal phone book. That's how I add people. You can text hashtag connect. You can text hashtag hustle. That'll give you my hustle story that explains exactly what a hustler is, what my journey has been since I was a kid watching my mom and my grandma, what inspired me to want to start this company and how it helps you. So there's simple tools that allow me to connect, or I can just step into my textbook and text like a normal phone. There's 10,000 numbers in there, so the automation helps me a lot, or I can sort. After I get off this, I might want to say, okay, I want to send a thank you specifically to all the ladies that are, I don't want to touch 18-year-olds. I want to do 25 to 35 that live in a certain place. I'll set those parameters and send a message out as soon as we get off. It helps me stay organized within my phone book, do the things that I can't do. How I'm going to use it? I'm going to send back a message to everybody that followed me today, and I'm going to try and schedule some one-on-one time to thank them, depending on the number of people. But there's specific things you can do to engage. I haven't met a lot of the people that gave me some time today. I can give them a personal Zoom link. Just a few people that came on during our hour. I know they're from your show, and I can thank them specifically for watching me and listening to me on your show and spend 10 minutes with them building a customer for life. There's lots of things that you can do with Snapcall that you just can't do with social media to build your business.
You really got me locked in right now, man. You don't know how much you got me locked in. I got two questions. Is it, one, will it be link shareable? Like you said, how you're able to add your link to your Instagram, Facebook. So will it be link shareable as well?
It's link based. So if you go to, you just open up what we call my link, my Snap Flow. My Snap Flow is that page that shows all the ways you can connect with me. So if you have my number, you text me hashtag connect, you'll get my Snap Flow, which is the page he just showed with all of my links and websites all in one easy place. That link is on all of my social media. So a lot of people use something like Linktree, which is a pay service. You're paying $100 a month to manage all of your websites. One of the features Snapcall does, it replaces like a Linktree. We have, if you're a hustler, you have multiple sites. If you're a Rihanna, you have your Fenty site, but that doesn't sell music. Your main business is over here. On Instagram, she can only really sell Fenty, so she's pushing that because you get one link. Instead, you use your Snap Flow, and you can list 100 different products that you're selling, and you're only asking people to always go to your Snap Flow, which is your master account, your cell phone store. Now, your text number has 100 different stores there, and each one you can buy, engage, get specific product information, or use hashtags to get specific information about any one of those products. And that's where it's very different. So on my Twitter, on my LinkedIn, on my Instagram, on my Facebook, the top link, the only link that's on my page is always my Snap Flow. So it's all my businesses, ways to specifically book me for one-on-one time, ways to get to my managers.
Brian about to cause some trouble.
One click.
It seems like he's disrupting the
You about to cause some trouble. It's
extremely disruptive. Like anything progressive is disruptive.
Mm-hmm.
Social media is a loop. They tried to get us on there and put us like guinea pigs on a wheel. So we just running. But what are we running towards? Our attention is being dissected by their AI that's watching our decisions so they can figure out how to sell us stuff better. It doesn't help us sell a thing. It helps us be sold to. This is the opposite.
Let's take a look at the video, Brian. We have a video queued up, and we want to take a look at the video that gives us another glimpse of what Snapcall is.
That's dope.
Snapcall is a new conversational e-commerce platform designed to help you communicate and transact directly with your customers, all within the simplicity of text messaging. Today's consumers demand an authentic connection and want to be recognized as individuals with unique tastes. They expect you to know their name, age, where they live, their style, and even what they want to buy. Until now, social media is where we have gone to connect personally. While fantastic for inspiration and voyeurism, social media is not the right place to effectively or authentically connect with customers. posts are meant to reach a large group with the hopes of people taking action to engage. And other than likes, there's no good way to understand who your customers are personally, which is crucial to connect with them as real individuals. Worst, you have no control over how, when, or if your content is viewed. Algorithms handle who sees and engages, resulting in less than 10% of your followers even seeing your posts. We recognized these issues and designed SnapCall to elevate your customer relationships in the same way you do with your close friends and family. To start, you get your own SnapCall virtual text number with an area code that you choose to start texting immediately. But your supercharged SnapCall text number can do so much more than just a regular text number. It can also help you capture your customer preferences, psychographics, and buying behaviors to provide the insights you need to deliver an individualized customer experience, as well as automate scheduling and booking to help ensure you are getting paid for your time. And SnapCall can also help you target, personalize, and sell all through text message conversations. Why do we do all of this? Because we know individualized, authentic engagements lead customers to return more, share more, and even spend more. SnapCall is the most authentic and effective way to engage with your customers. Get your SnapCall virtual number today and elevate your brand.
Okay, so now we all understand a little bit more what SnapCall is, but we don't understand. Is there a cost to it? How do we go about using it?
The best way to describe it would be credits. You buy credits like a Cricket phone, and you use it as you see fit, because there's unlimited computing power in here. There's more offerings. Again, you can have a whole storefront. Any app or tool that you're using to manage a business, whether that's, let's say, Squarespace to make a storefront, where you're paying a monthly fee to upload products and sell them. You can do that through SnapCall. Add-on services. You can have your own storefront. You can sell everything directly via text. You can do your entire marketing campaign. So right now, people are using stuff like MailChimp, or services that are going through all of their various emails and trying to send out and solicit people back, so you can streamline.
Right.
What you want to do is get everybody in your phone book so that you have their actual identity. So you want to pull them off social media, get their text, so you can have a real authentic conversation with them just like you would a normal person, but through your virtual text number that allows you to use a phone number like it's an internet.
So Facebook is checking in. D Shield said, "Facts. This is the answer to get through the algorithm setback." Kathleen said, "Curious."
And what she means by that is the algorithms in social media are designed to keep us in that loop. So go ahead and get on Instagram or LinkedIn or any social media platform right now and click trying to get out. An outside link. It's like, are you sure? And those pop-up blockers come and try to spin you right back into the site. 50%, probably 60% of the time, those links break on purpose. That's the algorithm saying, don't let this person out of the site. So you really have to try to get out of the site. That's the whole point. You should be on your own. The other thing is, when you're on any social media platform, that's their data. That is not your data. Okay, right. They can share it, but you don't own it. So if this is all a data game, doesn't everybody want to own their own data?
Amen.
We're entrepreneurs. Right. So, this is our business. You don't want to, give somebody else your data.
Kathleen is saying she's curious about your background. She said you're creative and technical. That's a great combination. So how did you get into it? What's your background? Because everyone knows you from acting, right? But how did you get into this co-founding this business, this social? It really is kind of a social media type of thing. I don't know what category it falls into, but she wants to know about your creative and technical combination and how you got into it.
Well, I realized in college that everything was tech. They gave me Apple partnered with Dartmouth College, where I went to school, and made sure every single kid that ever went through that school got a computer. And I started to realize just then how powerful tech was. If companies were going to make sure and give us 500% discounts at elevated college age at 18 years old to make sure that we would always use a product, I said there must be something to this marketplace, and started studying up about tech. In this day, in 2020, in the next 10 years, almost darn near 100% of businesses will be tech businesses. Now, if you're looking at Netflix or Amazon, where a lot of us watch our movies, they're not media companies. That's a tech company that owns content.
Come on.
So being a tech company, I'm starting a new film studio, but it has to be a tech-based company, because how are you going to get those films to people? You're not seeing people go, 5,000 people in the theater. It's one person or a family at home watching TV. That's a tech company.
Come on.
That's not a content or a media company. So the origins were identifying where the market was shifting to. And then I was blessed enough to meet a gentleman by the name of Amedeo Tolentino, who's the best.
Oh, he's in Facebook comments.
Yes, that is our co-founder. That's my partner. That is the crazy mind behind this company. And we're both from Boston. That was the initial connection, where I was born and raised. And as an actor, I've always, it came out, before I was an actor, I was a stockbroker. And I founded a dance company, which is my first hustle. It's a dance school in Boston. Shout out Funk Phenomenon Urban Dance Theater. And my 700 plus students that have graduated that school, one of which is my youngest sister, are all hustlers. So they came out of that school, everybody got their degree, and then proceeded to work 57 jobs, because we didn't want to do the standard corporate thing. And you realize how many tools you need, how much it costs to hustle. Like I mentioned LinkedIn, I mentioned MailChimp, I mentioned, et cetera, et cetera. All of these platforms cost money. Even if you're just going to have your Outlook email and you try to link it to your calendar, you can't. The free account doesn't do certain things. So to use anything efficiently, you always need the upgraded account.
Upgrade.
And that's just upgrading your Outlook, your Gmail, your Zoom, so you can record and have meetings more than 40 minutes. You're over $200, $300, $400 a month. And you're not even really selling anything. You don't have a Squarespace site. You don't have your link tree, so you can, market everything. So, the average person is paying $500 a month to run a business online. That's not sustainable. That's just not sustainable for the average solopreneur right now. So we created SnapCall to give ourselves an advantage, to protect ourselves. Now you factor in COVID, which is disproportionately affecting minorities. We needed this tool. So Amedeo and I and the rest of our team sat down and came up with an idea.
Let me tell you what you just did for me. Let me tell you what you just did for me. I'm going. First of all, I would like to announce myself as the SnapCall ambassador for Atlanta.
You can't do that, Romeo.
Well, that's what's about to happen, because I'm gonna tell you what the genius.
Here's what we want to do, guys. Here's what we want to do. We'll make you an ambassador. Rolling Out should have a SnapCall number. Everybody should be able to interact with Rolling Out through one number, one phone number.
Okay. Let me tell you,
subscriber to Rolling Out came through Rolling Out SnapCall number, you'd be the most efficient, successful magazine in the world. Nobody else is able to communicate with their leadership this way, take polls this way in real time.
Okay.
Because this is the genius portion. I know I'm bringing you into the social area. Socially, for me, this is the genius what they've done. When I'm out, I literally have to communicate with people on what makes them feel comfortable. So when I'm talking to people, Romeo, follow me on Twitter or Snapchat, whatever makes them feel comfortable. What Brian and SnapCall has done, they allow you to put all this in one space, and you choose what makes you feel comfortable following me. Now I don't have to go through the process of, do you use this? Are you a part of this? Do you want to call me? Do you want to book me? No, here, you choose what makes you, the customer, feels comfortable with booking or being a part of my journey. And then you follow that. I love it. I'm in. I'm Atlanta in.
Here's what's even better about it, because a lot of people don't, on social media, if you're on LinkedIn, somebody has to have LinkedIn to network with you. If you're on Instagram, the other person has to have Instagram to network with you. Do you have to have a SnapCall number to engage with my SnapCall number? Absolutely not. You can use your regular own phone number. Now, if you want the superpowers that I have on my end, then you have to download SnapCall. But I don't need you to download to fully take advantage of SnapCall on my end. That's also where it's very, very different. So for all of my fans, all my followers, all the people that want to connect or just book me, you don't have to get SnapCall. Just text me. That's it.
So Nathan,
what I'm able to
in
do
the
and
Facebook,
you want it, then you can download SnapCall.
Nathan is in the Facebook comments, and he wants to know, can artists sell their work on this app? Sort of like an endless hustle of opportunities.
That's
Okay.
exactly what
The
it's
answer
for.
is
If you're
yes.
trying to sell
Okay.
music, listen, you might be a musician, an actor, sell t-shirts, make comic books, and mentor kids classes on Saturdays, and then teach a Bible study on Sundays. That's 7 different hustles, man. You do it all through Snap Call. You be your one authentic self that does 7 things. You a mad hustler. Okay? One phone
I'm in.
number. All your links are there. People can book all your various services on one page with one click. They don't have to choose and pick. They get to see all of you. You are authentic. You're a
That's
real
dope.
person.
So
Now,
Facebook wants
how
you
are
to
they going to
hold up
book
the
you?
code
Via
again.
text.
Facebook wants you to
He out
hold
here.
up the code again. And while he's doing that,
He
I'm just going to go to the last comment from Alan Peters. He says, I'm glad to see more of us creating and steering tech as opposed to just being the engine that makes other people rich. So congratulations to you, Brian, and Amadeo. So,
and
It's
he got
for
a
us
dark and
by
light
us.
mode.
It's a community, man. This is for us and by us. Everything's minority majority right now. We gotta take care of each other. COVID is again disproportionately affecting our community. So this is one answer to it. It's gonna help mitigate COVID. It's gonna help reverse the trend of us being disproportionately affected, uh, the wealth gap. It's going to correct all of those things, and more importantly, it's going to allow us to connect in real ways. As we see in the streets, you got to organize. We got to know each other. We got to meet each
yeah.
other. We got to be connected. So when the time is necessary, we can stand together. And so, if for no other reason, SnapCall is a community connector. Let's get our community connected. Because these are new times, guys. There's 14%
So
of the
Romeo's over
world in the
there
United
in
States looks
heaven.
like us. We need to all be connected and ready to be motivated when we need to
Romeo's
be.
over there looking at all the different features and
Hey,
everything. So,
I'm
uh,
in, man.
It's great,
Y'all
guys.
don't
It's
he didn't
very,
understand.
self
very, very user
he didn't
friendly, very
self-appointed
simple.
himself as an ambassador. Go ahead, Brian.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Everybody's got this number right here: four two
Yes.
four 352 8505. Text hashtag join me or hashtag add me. Hashtag join or hashtag add
okay.
me to join me right
Yeah.
now, or to add the
Okay.
app to your phone so that you can begin to hustle.
Vermeil.
It doesn't matter if you're a
Vermeil.
bartender, it doesn't matter if you're a babysitter, it doesn't matter if you're a CEO. This is the tool that will let you authentically engage, exchange, sell, buy, and just be your authentic self on all levels.
So Vermeil said, absolutely brilliant. Kathleen said she loves it. D Shields said, thank you for yet another great interview, and she got it.
Hey,
So it's time for us to wrap. Go ahead,
The
Vermeil.
VP. Hold on. The VP himself from Rolling Out just hit me and said, I need this in my life for real. The VP, Randy Fling,
Who said that?
he
Randy?
wanted to shout you out. Yeah, he said he need this in his life for real.
Hey,
All
Randy, let's
right.
talk afterwards. We're looking for your staff to be some ambassadors. It's media companies. I mean, Atlanta's a second home. I have a home in Sandy Springs. I've lived there for 20 years. It's why we're starting our PR launch in Atlanta, because this is a city that is about Black business. This is a city that's about taking care of each other. This is a city, Keisha Bottoms is the homie, and if there's a place that we can start a movement, for us, about us, protecting us, elevating us, it's in Atlanta. So I really appreciate you having me on today. I hope everybody will reach out, 424-352-8505. Text add me,
Oh, I got
hashtag
it.
add me, or hashtag join. And let's elevate our hustle together.
Okay, well, we definitely appreciate you coming on the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call. You've enlightened our audience, and you got them on fire. Romeo is willing to be an ambassador. I'm sure Randy will follow up, and we'll get you
I'm
guys
in
talking.
this.
But we do have to end the show.
Okay.
Positive thoughts. We typically end the show on positive thoughts, saying something positive to spark encouragement and whatever into our audience. And I'll go ahead and kick it off today. You probably wasn't on earlier, Brian, but today I realized that if you get up and if you wake up in the morning, you have another chance. So just because you didn't do whatever it was that you were supposed to do yesterday, or whatever it was that you told yourself you were going to do, you can always get up and have another chance. So don't give up, just keep going and have a second chance. Because I got up this morning, I did my Pilates. I didn't do it yesterday, but I'm doing it today. So you got a second chance. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna pass the ball to Romeo, and we're gonna let Brian close out the show on positive thoughts.
All right.
My positive thought of the day is this: be you, do you, everything. You. I'm watching all these people on social media the other day. I get it. You sad. I get it. It ain't a good day, but ain't nobody gonna change that except for you. So do your best to be your best. And I throw it to Brian and Snap Call.
All right. Thoughts can become actions if you take action. So don't just think about it, be about it. Don't just think it, do it. All right. Snap Call is an opportunity for us to elevate, for us to close this gap between the us and the them. But you have to take action. I'm reaching out. I'm hoping you'll reach back and text join or text add me to my Snap Call number or text hashtag book me. And me and you could be talking one-on-one today, about whatever you want to talk about. This is your world. I'm just trying to be a part of it through an authentic connection. Hashtag Snap Call. Thank you for having me on Rolling Out. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Brian. Thank you to Latoya as well. Latoya, we
Amen.
Latoya Lemon PR.
And
yo, everybody that's Team Romeo, scan that QR code. Scan that code. Everybody that's Team Romeo, scan that code right now.
You already signed up for
Yup. Look, I'm already on. It said
Thank you.
It said request access. I'm already about to request. Oh, thank you, man.
Please do.
This is great.
All right, y'all.
This is about that time.
All right, y'all.
Look at that. Positive. Let's go, D. Bye, 45. See you later, 45.
Bye.
Have a you need some help packing? I can help pack. Y'all hilarious, man. Everybody keep asking, oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, Brian.
I'm on it. Everyone learn.
Bye, y'all. Hi.
We are out.
Okay.